Okay, let's look at the next one. Here's the question that comes to me to say, how do I spin the ball more? How do I get more backspin on my shot? How do I get the ball to stop on the green much more quicker? How do I spin it? Now, backspin is there on every shot that goes up in the air. The ball, it's going towards the target, but it's actually spinning backwards. Every shot is spinning backwards. Now, what causes it? And the biggest factor that influences the amount of backspin is called spin loft. Spin loft is simply the difference between the red one, in this case, is the dynamic loft. The dynamic loft, as we said, is the loft that the club imparts to the ball or delivers to the ball at impact. It's not, so I'd said that this is my gap wedge, this gap wedge is 50 degrees, but when I hit it, my hands are ahead, my weight is ahead, dynamic loft, I probably have about 36 degrees, 37 degrees or so of dynamic loft at impact there. The blue one in this case is the angle of attack, and we know that for all good iron shots, we want to hit it on the way down, which means that the club must be catching the ball first and traveling on the way down in order to make good contact. So if I show this to you and from this angle here, the blue one is the angle of attack. So I'd like to see it maybe going downwards just a little bit, which is, let's say, -3, -4, -5 degrees. And the red one is the dynamic loft. Let's say this is this is 36, and let's say that's -4 degrees. So the difference between them is called spin loft, and in this case it's 40 degrees. Now that creates the backspin on the ball. The spin rate of the ball is dictated by the spin loft here. Now, how do I increase it? Well, for us to increase it, this difference must increase. Now that brings us to a very interesting topic. Lots of people say, if I hit down on the ball more, if I hit more steeper on the ball, is it going to increase the spin rate, the backspin rate? Well, not quite. Because the problem is, if I take this down from -5, let's say, to -8, this is also going down. The loft is also, dynamic loft is also going down. The problem is, we need to increase this. So either we get the dynamic loft going up without changing the angle of approach, or we get the angle of approach going down without changing the dynamic loft. If I change one and the other also changes by the same amount, the difference between them two is not changing. And the difference between them two is the thing that is responsible for the amount of spin that we have. So remember, to increase the backspin on the ball, increase the spin loft, which means either you hit it further down a little bit, but don't change the dynamic loft, or increase the dynamic loft, but don't hit it further up on the ball there. So one of them has to change, increase the spin loft, increase the backspin. The only other thing I would say which can affect the backspin in a very good manner is the faster you swing it through impact, the more backspin you'll have if these things remain the same. So speed increases the amount of backspin.